Hey everybody, this is your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And I'm really excited to bring you today, continuing the Prime, what I'll call the Prime Wars Amazon exclusives. This is Deluxe Class Repugnus. No, you're not hearing things. There was a Titan Master Repugnus during Titan's Return, but to complete the Monster Bot trilogy, Twinferno was once again retooled, although to be honest, I think this is more of a retool of Grotesque. And here we have Repugnus, and it's not that bad of a figure. Included with Repugnus is a itty bitty repaint retool of Solus Prime. I'll just get through this real quick. If you remember from my review of Blastoff, with Megatronus, it was predominantly used a lot of clear plastic. Same thing here. The figure's cast in clear plastic. It really just no face, no detail or anything. And then, as you can see, the Prime logo on the back is done in clear plastic. So that's that. Nice touch. Not something I'm gonna obsess over or get all into, so we can come in and take a look at Repugnus. And I gotta say, it's a kind of cool figure. Right off the bat, you should notice it does come with some new weapons. Just take them out here. Nice swords. That's a nice touch. They went ahead and retooled, gave them new weapons. They're done up in clear plastic. They do merge together, like the Twinfernos and Grotesque guns. So they do that. Can hold them, in the hand as you saw. But there is one other cool thing they can do. There are tabs all over the figure. And if you notice, basically what you want to do is you want what would be the edge of the blade facing towards the figure. And there's a slot here on the inside. So you just peg it on like that. And then you do repeat the same on the front. And you peg the whole thingamabob together, and it's got a really sweet arm weapon that I hadn't seen before until I looked in the instructions, and that's really cool. I mean, that can really shank a fool. So, yep. So let me get these out of the way, and we'll just bring in real quick Repugnus. As I said, it basically follows the same pattern. From the waist down, I should say from the hips down, not counting the skirt, it's Twinferno. Only in this case, Repugnus won't have a tail. But from the waist up, it's new. And like Grotesque, they really went to town and had some fun fooling around with the transformation, which we're going to get to when we come back right after this. I almost forgot, since this is a Titan Master figure, I do want to give you a close-up look here at the head. This is a newly tooled head called Dastard. Much like Grotesque and Twinferno, it is based on a Battle Beast, or in Japan they're called Beast Former figure. Not sure which one, but figure I was able to find it and break it out. Here's the Repugnus Titan Master, which I guess is meant to represent Repugnus. And if you want to compare the robot heads, I'm sure as many people have done on various forms of Transformer media, this is the original toy head, whereas this is the animation model. And you know what? Let's have some fun here. Here's the body, and I'll just pop it on real quick and get, there we go, got it down. And yeah, you know what, the yellow for the most part kind of matches. I think it's painted yellow, so it's a little darker, whereas this is molded in yellow. But I kind of dig it. You know, with these figures, it's sort of like Masterpiece Ironhide. They have to create and make what you remember and what you think you remember. And if I'm honest, I think I'm going to stick with this head on this body. And, you know, put this with the little Titan Master vehicle, whatever. So, yep, enough with that. Let's get to the transformation. Okay, just for the ease of saving time, I went ahead and removed the head of the figure. Also, to demonstrate the storage, I'm going to be using Dastard, which came with this action figure. But start off the transformation. After you remove the head, come around the back of the figure and unpeg this insect head. Again, it's molded in green plastic, clear green plastic, so watch out for those tabs. And it does come in packaging sitting up a little more, but you're going to bring that forward and you're going to peg it down into place just like that. Next, what you want to do is fold up the fists, which I do want to mention feel a little loose on my figure, and much like with Grotesque, want to over open a little, meaning that they want to swing out a little bit past the straight up and down, even though they kind of lock into place. I should say they want to fold in a little, but just fold them in, rotate the forearms like so you have these gray vents facing up. Next, what you want to do is bring the arm out so that it's sticking straight out like that, and then rotate it down so that the tops of the shoulders are facing towards you with these little white bits. I don't know what it is. Turn the figure around, and you see that tab right there that's underneath the elbow joint. You're going to plug it in to a tab right there. Right would be around the shoulder blade, and that sits quite nicely using double elbow, and just like that. The next step is to open up the chest and bring out the insect arms. So now these don't peg in, they sit there. There's slots with tabs, but they do a fair enough job. Next, what you want to do is rotate the arms around so the inner gray bits are facing down. Bring the arms down slightly there. That's about as far as they can go. If you want to bring them up here at the ball joint, you can do that, and then go ahead and swing out the gray bits, forming the claws. The remainder of the transformation follows right along with Twinferno and Grotesque. Is to bring these sections out to the side, flip them up here at the knee. You can peg them together, but as always, you're going to want to wait. They'll unpeg as you struggle to snap the joints in right there. One side, actually, I cannot get because I'm using a great deal of pressure. Yep, it's that side right there. For whatever reason, I can't get in. Rotate the legs so that the fully red parts are facing forward, and then go ahead, bring out the legs down and forward and try to get him in position like so. And believe it or not, the lack of a tail kind of becomes a balancing issue. So there you have Repugnus in its beast form. And I almost forgot the storage for the Titan Master. It's kind of easier if you just bring the head back up. It's this green area. It's, you know, retooled from, you know, Twinferno and Grottusk, but put the guy in a sitting position. He will just tab right into place. And while we're looking at the head, you can now open the bottom drawer, the jaw. Until you get those insect arms out of the way, it's actually kind of tricky to do. But yeah, there you go. And there it is in monster mode, monster form. Now for weapon storage, you can come around the back, and right above the handles there are some slots that you can tap. Oh, if I can do this without breaking anything. I'm being a little more ginger than I would, just because these are clear plastic and I don't want to break anything. But there you go. And you can store them like that. You can combine them and then tab them into the shoulder there, you know, so you can have something to sit with Solus Prime. Speaking of which, if you want, since there are the pegs back there, peg Solus Prime in, and it can sit back there. So that was something Blastoff couldn't do. As I mentioned, the claws here, ball joints, where I guess would be the elbow, and they have that limited up and down joint there, so you're not really going to get a lot of movement, or as much movement as you would like out of them, but it is really cool. And the legs are still, they're the legs of Twinferno, so whatever you're going to do. Let me know if yours has a problem, if you get that about pegging that tab, and it's like, I just didn't want to force it, just because I didn't want to take a chance of anything breaking. I mean, as of this recording, it is rather hard to get the figure. I mean, we'll talk about that at the end. So we'll pause right now. Give me a second to transform Grottusk, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, and here's a Grottusk for a monster mode comparison. And as you can see, I guess with the exception, with losing the tail, you do get a little bit of a different profile from that lower section. Even, oh, and holy Moses, I just noticed, they redid the toes. Repugnus has different toes, as you can see right there. I just did not notice that. So that's really a nice touch. And in fact, no, it's the same. Well, I mean, because it's the toes, it's that whole rotating foot section is different. But yep, there you have it. Grottusk and Repugnus. I mean, what they've done with the Twinferno mold to get it looking this different in 3 different incarnations, I think is very impressive. Now, as of this recording, the figure is a Amazon exclusive. It's part of the Prime Wars trilogy. Comes in a very nice box. I also do want to mention, because I didn't mention this in my Blastoff review, that all the Amazon exclusive Transformers, I think, are going to be coming with brown shipping boxes. Blastoff didn't come like that because I actually got it from Robot Kingdom instead of Amazon. Now, if you're not an Amazon Prime member, and or you missed out on getting Grottusk, Takara has recently revealed that as part of their Legends line, it will be a store exclusive, but there will be a 2-pack of Grottusk and Repugnus. Now, the fact that it's an exclusive, it is going to cost a bit more. Certainly more than getting Repugnus through Amazon. But Grotesque is going for a premium now on the aftermarket. So you just might get a deal of some sort, depending on how much the importers are going to charge for it. Now, with all that said, let's move Grotesque out of the way and focus on the star of this review, Repugnus. I ended up liking this figure a lot more than I thought I would. A lot of that has to do with the modular nature of the swords, and also just having it in hand. While the upper torso transformation, which is basically new, is not as fun or eye-opening as it was on Grotesque, it's not bad, and I do like how they went that extra mile to mold in those insect arms, monster arms, that were very signature to the original toy. So, if you're interested in completing the monster bots, I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan growing up, didn't have any of them, couldn't think of their names until I was reminded of them recently. But they are fun figures. I recommend picking this up. If you have no real attachment to the monster bots, and because it is a premium set because of the inclusion of the Prime Master, you might want to skip this one and focus more on Punch Counter Punch that'll be coming in the middle of September. It's your old pal Chuck for Repugnus. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking the video and watching it all the way through. We will see you next time.